everybody. We're getting ready to find some more electric car fuel. Scooped up a whole bunch over there, and now we're gonna blow up the ground and find some more. You guys just can't stop charging your fucking electric cars. They just don't have enough range. I'm telling you. Most impractical bunch of fucking shit that was ever invented was an electric car. So, we'll see what the fuck happens here. I have another one. I have an older one on here from last week. We might be showing that one too. I might just combine them together, making one fucking big video out of it. Depending on how this weekend goes, will be maybe we'll do something at the garage. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, this will be happening very soon. The truck with the seismograph is there right now, and they're just about ready to blow some shit up. This shot is brought to you by Caterpillar, the best in earth moving equipment. Alright, shit's starting to get underway here. The little truck is moving away from the shot, or the where the drill holes are that they filled up with explosives. Let's see how this one does. Might not be worth a fuck. Just like the other ones. Great big fucking chunks in it. It's like that over there. And big chunks in there. Look at them big chunks. Them big boulders in there. There's more buried inside.
Seconds.
See what the fuck happens here. Hopefully shit flies everywhere.
10 seconds.
Come on. Come on!
Fire in the hole.
Now that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. Oh boy. Look at that. Smoke show. Dust show. Just a little bit more up in the air action, you know. But, you know, that's all job security. That's what I see it as. Looks like a dick and balls right there. That cloud moving up. Oh no, somebody split it in half. Oh yeah, man, that dust, it rattled everything. It rattled it loose from over there too. That's fucking cool. That's not worth slamming my dick in the door over. But it was alright. We're gonna have to clear some of them rocks off our fucking ramp down there. Yeah.
No, it's all clear. I think you might have to come down a little home and clean that road off, bud.
Yep. All right, everybody. There you go. More job security, more electric car fuel for you hippies. Good bit of that flew clear over there onto that road. That was pretty cool. Pretty awesome. So, all right, everybody. Hopefully, I'll have another electric car fuel video from last week to attach to this one, and we'll have some stuff at the garage and see what the hell happens with that. And here, probably in about 2 weeks, not this weekend or the weekend after. The weekend after this one is Easter. The weekend after that, the first weekend in April, will probably be putting the rear end in the Chevelle. I'll have all my stuff ready for that. We're going to do hopefully a really good unfucked transition of that process. So just like, share, comment, subscribe, and see y'all on the next one.
Literally huge, Steve. That's a big thing. You said big thing? 2 minutes to blast. 10-4. Yes, sir.
Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Damn, it is a nice day out. It is way too fucking warm and too fucking nice out to be working today. The fucking skies are clear. Look at that shit. Jesus.
1 minute to blast.
I'm gonna show you this new shot for electric car fuel. Boy, I hope it's a good one, because these last couple have sucked a whole lot of ass, and a lot of them aren't worth fucking with.
30 seconds.
So hopefully we get some awesomeness going here. Whoops. Just dropped my damn phone.
Seconds.
yesterday, and see how high that is. A great big boulder. I'm not sure how big it was. It was noticeably huge. Rolled down off that shot and hit my truck while I was backed in getting loaded. Hit my back tires, and it shoved the whole truck about a foot. It was in park, and it threw me up out of the seat. Threw me around in here like a fucking rag doll. I was not a happy camper. I was about fit to be tied when that happened. I said some shit I shouldn't have said. But when you're fucking pissed off like that, that shit happens. Yeah, it made my neck, shoulders, and back stiffen up real quick. So I wasn't sure what was going on. There was a big cloud of dust all around me. I couldn't see nothing. So yeah, that's pleasant. That's part of the dangers of working a job like this. These are the kinds of things that you have to kind of prepare yourself for. And I mean, it wasn't a recordable accident or anything like that, but it was, enough to piss you off in an afternoon and make you stiff and sore. Not real bad today. I lifted weights last night, so that just goes to show you how much it affected me physically, so we were good. But still, I mean, in all seriousness, if you would just quit being tight with your fucking powder, you could blow this thing up, and it would be a lot finer instead of having boulders in it. Because common sense says that, the finer the blast, the more you'll save on equipment, digging it out and hauling it away. And the easier it'll be to haul away, and the faster you'll haul it away. It's called efficiency.
Shots all clear. Shots all clear.
But, people don't like to listen to that kind of talk because, everything today sucks. And everything today is fucking batshit fucking crazy ass ridiculous. Over the top ridiculous. And this, and that's...
That's fine, Peanut.
With everything today, these LGBTQ pedophile perverts, it's just a group of men that are perverts and women that are perverts. Well, the women look like men, but they're perverts. They want to get at your kids, and have drag queens come into your school and read to your kids. Because, that's what you do. Oh, yeah. It's perv time. Pervert time. And, them people that don't know their gender, this gender ideology bullshit that's going on, and then they wonder why, when you spout off things like, they're trying to take our rights away, they're trying to demasculate the United States, and that's so they can come take it over. And it's going to take a number of years to do this.
Fix me up a berm up there on that board before you get down in that hole.
Anyway, that's their plan.
If you want to, just go ahead and push that face off down through there a little bit so I can go down and I'll sort on my face when I get up there.
They're trying to demasculate us so they can come take us over and round us up, and we'll be powerless because we'll be acting like a bunch of scared little girls. And they want people like, they want the Gen Xers to all die off. So they can come in there and do that, and that's why they're trying to poison us, trying to make us wonder about what our sexual purpose is on this planet. Anyway, that's what the deal is. Everything's ridiculous. Everything's insane. Everything's stupid. Everything sucks. And I am drove quite fucking nuts about it all. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it does. You must be fucking blind. Yeah. Things are going to shit. Hopefully in November that changes. That's all I can say. Probably tired of hearing me fucking bitch about that. But anyway, this is your electric car fuel find for the day. Stop myself from ranting on and on and on. I'm going to sit around here on my balls and I'm going to go down here and enjoy my downtime because they got to put berms and stuff up around this shit. So, all right, everybody, have a good one. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hopefully the next one will be better than this. I doubt it, but you never know. All right, I'll have an introduction to put on this and maybe have something else with it. All right, see y'all on the next one. Well, that was unexpected. Hit the wrong goddamn button again. Here we go. Anyhow, what we did, or what he did, he had 3/8 gas hose right here. 3/8. Here's the plug that was in there. It just beat the shit clear out of it. Ripped the threads off this. Took the threads out of the spark plug hole. What you do is you just put it down in here. Run it in there like so. And then you thread it. You run it down in there against there. And you thread it in. It takes it straight, actually. Because you straighten this out, by bearing down on it. Anyway, that's what you do to get them in. Instead of using them shitty plug sockets that have that fucking thing, that sleeve inside of them, you can get it started with this. Then you can run your spark plug socket down that doesn't have that rubber inside of it. And then that way you can get everything the fuck back out of there. This is so much easier. And what I used to do is grease the hell out of that goddamn socket. I would grease the shit out of it. And then, run the plug down in with the extension to the plug socket and just run it in there, finger tighten it. And then put the ratchet on the end, tighten it up the rest of the way. You don't have to do it that way. This is a better way. He showed me this is a better way. And it's like, why didn't I think of that? But if you have a deep spark plug socket hole that you're screwing this into, and you don't want to leave the rubber off the end of the plug socket, or the plug socket gets stuck down in there, and it does, it'll come off, especially on these fucking Hemis, because they got that real long tube. You got to fish these down. This is the answer. This is the best thing you could do right here. This is the best thing. So, you get a chance. This is what you use if you ever think of it, and you're doing a tune-up on your, shitty fucking Hemi motor, the new generation ones. I don't know if they took all the bugs out of them. Probably not, because they're designed to fail. And they have gobs of fucking horsepower in them now that's fucking insane. It's insanity. But anyhow, this is your answer for that. I learned that shit. You learn shit all the time. Now if I can just remember when this shit comes up again next time. Because I'm buying tools constantly to keep up with the maintenance on my cars. And the whole premise of this is to avoid buying new cars. Because new cars are more of a headache. They may run a couple of years trouble-free, maybe. But the older ones, if you stick with a model, if you get a model of car, year, make, model, whatever, like my Mercury, for example, I know the ins and outs of the car. I know almost everything about it. I know how to put an intake on it. I know how to fix these spark plug holes. I learned from the Daytona, and my brother-in-law, he He came down and did that one for me because I thought there was something different he had, but it was the same stuff that I have. And I could have just fixed it myself and I didn't know. But anyhow, plus another thing, you have to know how far down the cylinder is. Now this they give you this with the kit. This is a thing to make sure that your piston is up at least this far before you thread the fucking tap down in there. And you got to dip that tap in grease, and bearing grease, the high temp stuff, to keep the shavings, all the shavings down. You're still going to get some down in there. It doesn't matter. But what you do is after you thread that hole, you fire the car up and let the compression of the cylinder push all that bullshit up out of there. It'll blow it clear up out of there. And then, you know, you just thread your plug in, or your sleeve in there on the plug. You run it on the plug. You put Loctite on the sleeve itself, the red stuff, the fucking red shit. Don't get nothing else. Get the red fucking Loctite. Because if you don't, it's not going to fare well. This is the high torque stuff right here. That's what I bought. I have a tube of it too. This says, what does it say? Make sure parts are clean and dry. Apply thread locker 120 to threaded area. And assemble parts. Initial drying takes 20 minutes. Unless the engine's hot, then it dries pretty goddamn fast. Full cure takes 24 hours. This adhesive cures when contacting metal and lacking air. In order to accelerate the cure, use an activator. Well, fuck that. We're not going to do that. But anyway, it actually says on there that you need heat to get these back apart, which you don't. The oil, especially if you're using it in parts covered in oil, like I use this on camshaft bolts and small block Chevys so they don't come loose. Plus I have a plate, little plate where these ears fold up against the bolt heads, and they will stop those bolts with a thread locker from backing out. I had one back out before. I've had them do that. That's craziness, because you can hear it. It's loud too. And what it's doing is the bolts heads are coming loose and they're cutting into the timing chain cover, making metal shavings and such. So you want to make sure you put Loctite on your cam bolts that hold your timing chain sprocket on. But anyhow, it says locks small and medium diameter nuts and bolts. Protects threads from corrosion and leaks. Ooh. High velocity, high torque. Oh. But this is the only Loctite I use. They have green, they have blue, they have fucking yellow. I use the red because that's the highest torque that you can get. Of course, I haven't used this one yet because I have others and I don't use Loctite a lot. But anyway, this stuff, it's Fix-A-Thread is what I got for the to put those threaded sleeves in. If you're wondering what it is, you can get this at Napa stores. Of course, this is all backwards. Anyway, it come in the pack. It was sitting in there. The thread thing was up through here, you know, that rod. And anyway, it shows you the 4 fucking steps. But this thing, what is this? You select an insert. You have a tap, pack tap with heavy grease. Hand start tap, then turn the socket wrench and tap hole full depth. Remove chips from hole. They mean shavings. Select an insert, the one that's for your fucking car. Chances are that this is a couple of different applications. It's at least 3. Make certain selected insert is same length as the threads on the spark plug. The knurled end of the insert should be at the top of the spark plug hole. Coat outside threads with a high temperature RTV silicone. Wrong. Now you can put JB Weld on the ends of those threads. On the very top where it's, what do they call it? Knurled threads. Where they have the gaps. You can put a little JB Weld all around on that and then put the rest of it Loctite. That son of a bitch will stay in there. Even and when you take the plugs out, then if you have to change plugs anytime for a tune-up, then it'll come out and it won't fuck anything up. So, complete installation. It says, wait a minute. Install insert. Screw insert in until flush with top of thread hole. Now, you can't really do that. You got to put that on the end of the spark plug. That's to ensure that it's right. Because there's a beveled edge after the threads on the spark plug, which will keep it from going any further. And it says, it says, insertion may be more easily done by using the spark plug where the hole is recessed. See? I knew it. I just had to read more. Complete installation. Place expansion tool into insert and hit several times to expand the knurl. That's what that's for. I thought it was to see how high your piston was. I was like, you drop it down in there. But anyway, I was wrong on that. Sorry. What you do is you put this down in here like so. This end down in that hole on that set of threads. And you hit it with a hammer. And what it does is it expands the top of it out. You don't really have to do that because it'll just run the JB Weld on to help it. It'll keep it in there. It's not coming out. It may later on after you have shitloads of miles on the fucking engine, but anyhow, that's what that's for. I thought it was to measure how where the piston was, but there's no measurements on it. Anyway, all it says, insert and hit several times to expand the knurl. Install the spark plug to recommended torque. It's called tighten it till it doesn't tighten anymore. And if you're an idiot and you break shit off, because you're stupid. Do not run engine until sealant has set. Oh, I didn't do that. I ran it right after. Oh, jeez. Am I dumb or what? Anyway. I love how they have it in 22 different languages. That's great. That's fucking sweet. Anyway. And I'm not one to push politics, but there's a woman that is running for Congress in Maryland here, I'm assuming. Her name is April McLean Delaney. She is a Democrat for Congress, and I really recommend Marylanders not voting for this bitch, because she's going on and on about MAGA extremists. We're going to stop MAGA extremists. Really? MAGA stands for Make America Great Again. That's what that stands for. And this bitch is against that? She's a fucking Nazi. Fuck her. Fucking twat. You blonde-headed bitch. I get her shit in the mail constantly. Her and that fucking David Trone. There's another fucking loser right there. He has sat on his hands and done absolutely nothing for our fucking state. Done nothing. Oh, he helped save family farms. Okay, name one. Show me one he saved. I know, hog feed prices. Who cares? So do I. When I go to southern states, I can say, hey, how much is hog feed? That's all you gotta do, is just ask. Why would I call a senator and ask that fucking asshole? Fucking douchebag. Well, she'll be a congresswoman. He's for the Senate. And we don't need those people in there. We need to vote all those Democrats out because people, they don't like us. They're not here for us. They're here for their own benefit. They're here for their own agenda. This is what they are after. They're after big money. After big money. And they see all this money Joe Biden and them are making. They want a taste. They want their fucking... They would just want to roll around in money like fucking Scrooge McDuck off of DuckTales. They want to have money bins, to sit around and do money angels in it. And it's like you're into screwing your constituents that much to assure that you have a lifetime fucking term in Congress or the Senate. And we need term limits on these fucking assholes, because that shouldn't be a lifetime choice. They should only be able to spend 8 years of their lives in there. And then, guess what? You need to go somewhere else and find a fucking job, because that's how it should be. Plus, they're squawking. Oh, fucking crazy fucking Joe Scarborough was just squealing about the bloodbath thing that Trump said about it was going to be a bloodbath. If he doesn't get elected, the American auto industry competing with the Chinese one, when they're coming in with cars tariff free across the southern border. That's what he meant. Clearly. That's what he meant, because that's what he fucking said. He said, if I don't get in office and stop this, it's going to be a bloodbath for the fucking automakers, for the auto industry. And he's right. He's 110% correct. Because it's going to force General Motors, Ford, and Dodge to lower the prices, which isn't a bad idea. But at the same time, people are not going to buy their stuff. Well, I really can't say if it's going to be horrible. I think it will eventually take them down. But they're all electric cars, though. Where are you going to charge them? These cars catch on fire being shipped from China to here all the time. I mean, I've seen videos of cargo ships with electric cars on them going down because one caught on fire, then the other one catches, and the other one, and it's a chain reaction because they burn so hot. Lithium is a very unstable thing. When it's combined with them other chemicals in there, I'm not sure what other chemicals there is. I know it's lithium and there's something else in there. But when they're combined and oxygen gets to them, because they're all put together in a battery and it's sealed, but there's gases still escape. I learned that in auto mechanics in high school. Gases still escape batteries no matter what. No matter what. That's why they say to keep flame away from these things. So what happens is oxygen gets in there and it combusts. And salt is another thing. Well, salt water or any water. Water gets in there, seeps in. Water has oxygen. That's why they call it H2O. It's hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen burns like a motherfucker, and so does oxygen. But, it's in liquid form. It's not flammable until it's turned into a gas, which that happens when the oxygen part of it gets into the lithium mixture in the batteries, and they ignite, and they're unstoppable. That's why you can't contain it with water. I mean, you can contain it to a point, but you can't put it out with water. That's why, because of the oxygen content that it is taking in. Because water has oxygen in it. If you had water that didn't have oxygen in it or hydrogen, well, you've made a new element on the fucking planet. I don't know how you could do that, but that would probably be one way to put them out quickly. But still, you're going to have oxygen in the air, so it's still going to feed off of that. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's shit, is what it is. It's fucking shit. But anyway, now I made more editing for myself because I accidentally stopped the last video. And I got rain water leaking in here. I was hoping it would stop raining, but it looks like it's all starting to get foggy out, so it's going to be a rotten, miserable fucking day. Tomorrow's going to be half decent, and then it's Easter weekend. Next weekend, I have 3 fucking days off. God damn. I'm going to go out Friday and eat some goddamn fish. That's when everybody runs out. I think it's the thing where they break Lent or something. I don't know. I'm not real sure on that because I don't go to church. So I couldn't tell you. But my daughter just loves hunting Easter eggs. So we'll put that all together and make that happen for her. Maybe I'll get a little more footage of me cussing and raising hell putting these coil packs and plugs in this car out here. But we gotta get it in the garage and get it going. Get this fucking show on the road. So anyhow, everybody have an excellent week coming up. Enjoy your fucking holiday. I don't know if I'll make another video next week or not. Depends on the weather, and I don't know. If we can keep it from snowing this week. Because I know after next weekend, the Chevelle is probably going under the knife here for the rear end gears. I will have everything for it after today. I will have the grease. I will have the axle bearings and seals. That is if they didn't send the shit back, because I ordered it and I didn't pick it up yet. So hopefully they didn't send it back. I actually ordered a pinion seal and bearings. I'm going to get the seal plus the axle seals and the axle bearings, and the rest of it they can send back. But I'm going to get that stuff today. I'm going to take my trash up because it's just going to be me and my kids Sunday. And I was actually running around last night doing laundry, so I have to fucking do laundry all day Sunday. I would like to sit around and relax a bit. So, yeah. All right, everybody. Have a happy fucking Easter. Eat lots of ham and candy and eggs. Yeah. I love hard-boiled eggs. So, that's one thing. We're going to dye some fucking eggs. Going to dye some eggs Friday night. Next Friday. Dye some motherfucking eggs. And that'll be about it. So, I don't know if I have any cold starts or not. Well, I guess we'll see. But anyway, I'll see y'all on the next one. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that other happy horse shit. If you don't like it, don't subscribe. And if you're a current subscriber and you think my channel sucks, then goodbye to you. Bye-bye. But anyway, I'm not making anybody do anything. I'm not the government, so I'm not making anybody subscribe against their will or eat terrible food. So anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe if you want. Leave me a comment. Tell me I'm full of shit or not. I'll just go, yeah, okay, whatever. Anyhow, everybody, have a good one. I'll see you all on the next one. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Garlitz Happy Forums Garage channel. It's another Saturday. Not sure what the date is. I don't remember. I don't. March something. Weekend before Easter weekend. Just got out of bed here about 2 hours ago. So it's probably around 6:30-ish, something like that in the morning. Just going to work on the Daytona today. I'm going to have to do it in the other garage because the Chevelle ain't going to sit outside in the fucking rain. It's raining. And I live real close to West Virginia. We border that in PA here. There's a close part of West Virginia on fire for some reason. The woods are on fire there. There's a county close to me that's on fire, and there was a hazy smoke yesterday afternoon. Of course, the fires had started like the day before yesterday. But then there's some other states. I think I'm not sure which other ones. I think Kentucky is one. There's some. All this stuff happened at once. It's just all of a sudden. Oh, everything's on fire. Look, the woods is on fucking fire. I saw some shit on Facebook. Some people recording some things, passing some things along, and yeah, it looks like it was deliberately set. I can't really sit here and go into real big detail about it because I'll be called a conspiracy theorist, and I'll get tossed off of here for false information because this is a liberal thing. This is liberal, like liberal media and liberal fucking social media shit. So if you say something they don't like, then you get tossed to the fucking wayside. So I can't say a whole hell of a lot about it because I can't prove that it was started the way I think it was started. There's a theory on and actual footage of the one cattle processing plant in Texas that went up all of a sudden ablaze, and killed 80% of their cattle population there at that processing center. So, the rumor is that there's something, a device they're using to catch things on fire. I don't really have proof of it. I don't have any footage of that. I don't have enough evidence to make that stick. But to me, in my opinion, that's probably what's going on. Although I have no facts to prove it. Just right now, it's an opinion I have. And I think the similar thing has happened here close to home, because they want to. There's a reason they're flying immigrants in, and they're busting across the border and stuff. It's because the Democrats are trying to replace all of us because they've given up on their citizens, and they would rather have immigrants and give them everything, like our tax dollars, and give them free health care and free room and board because they know they will get votes from these people if they can try to sneak something by to legalize it for them to vote, is what they're trying to do, and it's not been successful so far. Let's just hope it doesn't happen, because if it is, we're going to have a hell of a fight on our hands. But a lot of it's not women and children and families seeking asylum. These are young military-aged men, and they're not just from Mexico coming across the border. They're coming here to take all our jobs, to basically replace all of us. There's some of them that think it's all right to go into abandoned property or a property like a family inherited and they already have a home, but they're hanging on to their home place or whatever, and like possibly going to rent it out. There's squatters coming across the border and going to these places. There's one asshole from Venezuela. He's running around telling on social media, telling his buddies, "Oh, come on, pass, just take it. Just take everything. Just take it all. We're entitled to it. Just take it." So that's what they're doing. But I know a lot of crazies around here that are waiting for shit like that to happen here so they have an excuse to get a gun out. And I mean, I know a lot of these people. I know guys that have hundreds of guns at their house. They have them hidden. They have buildings that they have this stuff stored in. They have safes full of guns, safes full of ammo. I know one guy, he's got a room in his house. It's just nothing but ammunition. So those are the kind of people, they're waiting for something like this to happen so they can get their guns out and help annihilate the problem, which I don't blame them. I don't have a lot of guns. I don't have a lot of ammunition because I'm fucking poor. And every time you get a Democratic president in, they try to make it tough for a citizen to get a gun and ammo. Because, then that's why they're trying to abolish our Second Amendment. Because our Second Amendment states, this isn't for deer hunting. Those assholes try to pass it on as, oh, you don't need a high-powered rifle or an automatic weapon to hunt deer. That's not what the Second Amendment is for. The Second Amendment is for us to protect ourselves from a tyrannical government, which it has gotten to that point now. We are living under tyranny in a tyrannical government that no longer cares about its citizens. We're all suffering and poor and hardly able to eat, and whatever we do eat has poisons in it from these big corporate farms fucking spraying everything with Roundup. So I don't know if it's really Roundup or whatever. They're spraying unnecessary things on our food, and they're adding unnecessary chemicals to our food. And it's just not good. It's not good anymore. One thing that made me a believer in that, but like again, I have no proof of this. I can't say for certain if that's what they're doing, but our ingredients labels are growing on our foods. And the other night I had some of those Knorr noodle side dishes things. They're just, it's like a pasta side. You put butter and water in with it, you boil it, it's done. It's an instant thing. Those are the foods right there that they're putting more and more ingredients in, and it's stuff that you can't even read on the labels. You can't read any of it. And the more shit they shove in it, the worse it tastes. So that stuff, I always liked it. It really tasted good. It tasted like shit the other night. When I tried to eat it, it just tasted horrible. It was awful. It had, it tasted like the goddamn paper pouch that it came in. That's what it tasted like. So, and that's the same with McDonald's and Wendy's around here. Everything is very greasy, very bland. And I think it's because they have changed to seed oils. That's how they're deep frying their stuff. They're dipping everything in seed oils and giving it to you. And seed oils are bad for you. There's one thing on the planet that's definitely bad for you. It's seed oils. And when they blend all these seed oils together, what happens is when you ingest so many of it throughout your life, it makes your cancer cells active. So it's a cause of cancer, like colon cancer, stomach cancer, throat cancers, stuff like that, liver cancers. Those seed oils are linked to all that. And that's a study that, doctors and stuff have done and found out that it's true. But anyway, I'm rambling on here about shit that's not relevant to my fucking channel here. But I want to show you what I'm going to do to the Daytona today. I have to take it to the other garage because it's raining. This is my wife's car. I have to keep up the maintenance on it. But it's got 165,000 miles on it, something like that, and it's never had a coil pack. Well, I had to put one coil pack on it, but I've tuned it up one time. I just changed plugs in it years ago. It's got this thing where it keeps blowing the ends off the spark plugs. You look back at my other videos, you'll see that. I'll show it to you. But I got 16 spark plugs, and I get 8 coil packs to put in the damn thing. And I'm going to do that here shortly, just to get it out of the way. I think it'll make the car run better. It'll probably take a miss out of it. But I don't think it's going to solve the issue where the spark plug ends get blown off in a cylinder. It's like it'll pick a cylinder and just blow the ends. It'll take the electrode out and everything. It'll just take the whole inside where the threads are, and it'll be so hot. A lot of times it burns that piece up, which is fucking remarkable. Those temperatures are that high to make something vaporize like that. And then sometimes the other one is just mashed shut. It just mashes the gap shut a lot of times. And when they get like that, I'd replace them. But I've had several theories on that, why it's doing it. One is the 4-cylinder shutdown thing. I thought that was malfunctioning, maybe. Kicking in at the wrong times, like timing. Like kicking it in when it doesn't need it, or kicking something, a cylinder off and then bringing it back while you were accelerating under a heavy acceleration, and it's making things explode in there prematurely, like pre-detonation. I mean, this car is naturally aspirated. There's no turbo or nothing like that on there. I know a guy that has a Challenger that has a turbo on it, and he pours the coal to that thing every time he goes out, and it doesn't do the things that I'm explaining to him. And the other theory is that there's just enough antifreeze getting in to a couple of the cylinders. I've had this problem in cylinders 1, 3, and 6. I haven't had it in any other cylinder yet. But the theory is that there's just enough hydrogen getting past the head gasket out of the cooling system to really make a huge explosion in there. Hydrogen gas is way hotter than the fumes from gasoline when they get in there. See, the thing that makes gasoline awesome is the colder gasoline is, the more fucking explosion and the better it performs. The colder the gasoline, the more dense the charge. And hydrogen's different. If it's superheated and it's evaporating, almost to the point where it's evaporating, it's turning into a gas, it will explode violently and fuck shit up. So I don't really know how, they're containing explosions in hydrogen engines, because Toyota's been experimenting with hydrogen engines, and they was going to throw that out there instead of the fucking electric car. And they said that there's a tank on there you got to fill up with water, and then it goes through a process, and it uses like a gas line, like for propane, to shove it up into the injectors of the engine, and it burns the hydrogen from the water. And it's basically emission zero coming out of the tailpipe. Of course, John Kerry and fucking Bill Gates and and Al Gore say that that's bullshit, that it's way worse for the environment than a gasoline car. You know, they're just lying through their fucking cake holes because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They have no fucking clue what they're fucking talking about because they're just money hungry. They're money hungry jackass billionaires. And, you know, yeah, you don't want to know my position on those fellas because if it was up to me, they wouldn't be around no more. But anyway, getting off topic here. Because them sons of bitches, they need to go to jail. They need to be put away. Because they're very, very dangerous individuals. And they, it doesn't, you know, register to me how, just because they have money, how they think that their lives are worth millions. You know, their lives are worth more than the majority, which is bullshit. Because needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few all the time. That's how it is. That's why soldiers go out and risk their lives for the rest of us, so we can be free. And they fight for our freedoms. And this right here is the opposite. These guys are cowards. They hide behind their money. They buy up everything that you depend on and then hold it hostage. You know, hey, you're going to pay more money for this or that because I said so. Now that's bullshit. I mean, them fuckers, they got some balls, but if they didn't have a dime to their name, they wouldn't have any balls. Because look at Bill Gates, Al Gore, and John Kerry. Look at those guys. They're considered men, and it's only because they have dicks. These three people are gutless, coward pieces of shit. Look at them, telling us that we need to quit eating meat because it's bad for the environment, it's bad for you. No, meat is the best thing you can eat. See my teeth? Why do you think I have teeth like that? It's for tearing flesh, is what it's for. These people think that, oh, well, their mission is to demasculate the population and you know, cause, you know, mass genocides of populations and, you know, make all the guys want to go get their wieners lopped off and have a set of fake tits put on and take female hormones, because that's really a helpless little child, little girl, is the only thing Bill Gates or John Kerry or Al Gore could beat the shit out of. And they would only slap them around a little bit and they'd probably try to molest them, you know, because they're sick fucks like that. They're sick motherfuckers. They all have issues, these people. They're sick. They need fucking dealt with. They need put away. And, you know, they're praising mental illness. But anyhow, let me get the spark plugs. I got two different kinds here. I got these, let me switch it the other way here. I got these V-Power NGKs. It's like, what the fuck is V-Power? Well, I guess I'll show you. Okay. I don't know if you can see it or not. I can't get nothing to come into focus here. No. We need the close-up real deal here. Whoop. See that? There's a V carved into the electrode. A V shape curved in or cut into it. That's supposed to be a game changer, I guess. So they say. It's supposed to give you double the spark, I guess. I don't know. What the fuck ever. I only got 8 of those V-Powers. And let me see here. We got the classic. The classic fucking champion that came in it. The classic copper core plug that came in the car. There it is. Wow, that came into focus pretty good. All the threads on that bitch. My dirty fingernails. Yeah. Big old champion plug. Look at that shit. Kind of crooked off the electrode, but it doesn't matter. It only has one spark. It throws up there. One line of spark. I don't even gap these. I just put them in. I mean, I could gap it. But I don't use a gapper. I just use the end of a screwdriver. And if it's too loose in there, I'll tap it down until it works. They're like, oh, there's a certain spec. Ah, bullshit. Fuck that. I'm not worried about that. As long as there's sparks flying around that cylinder to burn up the fuel, nobody gives a fuck. It ain't going to dictate how much spark you get. I learned that years ago. And also, we got the coil packs. We got the brand new fucking coil packs. Straight out of motherfucking China. Because, you know, God forbid, they're wrapped pretty good too. Because God forbid you would get anything made in the United States. Here it is. All shiny and black. Oh, just like the factory ones. With these boots, and they got them springs down in there. You can't really see them. I'd have to put a light on them. There's some coil springs with a conductor in them. Comes down through there. These boots you can take off, but they're a motherfucker to get back on, so I don't try to do that. But it had a spark plug blow up out of a cylinder, and I had to put a sleeve in it. At one time, and it destroyed those boots and cracked the fucking coil pack, cracked the bottom of it. So I had to have it towed home. I could have just drove it. But you know how women are. They don't want to. They're scared to death when it comes to cars breaking down. But yet they know everything. So but I'll show you also. I'll show you the stuff I used to fix it that time with the Daytona. I used one of these. I had to modify this because the cylinders the spark plug holes, they're so fucking long. I had to weld this on the end of the tap, the thread tap, so I get the fuck in there with that. And it's got 2 different thread holes. And then what you do is you put one of these sleeves down in the hole after you thread it. Put that down in the hole. And see how it's serrated there on the end of those threads? That's so it splits open, so it stays in there. When you put it down in, you put the plug in it, it will actually stay there. I also had to do that to the Mercury. See, it's got these threads on it right here. It screws right on there. But anyway, last weekend was horrendous. I went to Hagerstown. My wife wanted to put money down on a tattoo. Anyway. To make a long story short, We went down there. You got to get off on 81. So you got about the fourth exit on 81 North to find this tattoo joint down there. I started to pass a big truck. Well, spark plug blew out of the cylinder. Out of the same cylinder it happened to last time, which is number 5 on that engine. Because number 1 is on the passenger side, and it was the third cylinder back on the passenger side, which I'm assuming is number 5. If they count them diagonally, 1 is on the passenger side, 2 is on the driver's side, both in the front. And then they go back. One side's odd, one side's even. Anyway, it blew that spark plug up out of the hole once before. I brought it home here. I put a new plug in it. I put Loctite on it. And it screwed right back down in the hole. I didn't have any problems with it. But now, this time, what happened was I was going along, and after this happened, I told her, I said, we got to find an AutoZone or something. Got to find an auto parts store. She's like, oh, okay. I said, yeah, find one. Get it on GPS. I need to find it. I need to get there. I need to get a ratchet, some extensions, a spark plug, and a coil pack. Because it destroyed the boots on the coil pack. The spark plug was sticking up next to the coil pack up out of the cylinder. And the end of it was just annihilated. So, yeah, that was not a good trip. I ended up, I couldn't fix it down there because I couldn't get the new spark plug to thread down in the hole. Plus, you needed 10 foot of fucking extensions. They have deep spark plug sockets in them, too. And the spark plug socket I bought at AutoZone was a piece of shit. It had this real hard piece of plastic shit inside the plug socket, and you'd get it down, you'd start to get it down in there. I was cross-threading it, actually, and it stuck down in there at one point, and I ended up jamming it back down in there and getting the plug back out. But what happens is that little plastic ring in that fucking spark plug socket comes off and sticking to the spark plug because it has them ridges in the porcelain on there, and it gets stuck in one of the ridge grooves on the porcelain, and it pulls it out. So it's like, what do you do with it then? Now you're just fucked. So my brother-in-law showed me a couple pointers with putting them plugs in like that. 3/8 gas line. Let me show you that. Hit the wrong button.